Hi, this is Joelle, and I'm the Viberarian. I am here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. So today I just hopped on because I wanted to share a quick message that I received today from the Dolphin Divination cards from the Dolphin realm. I love all things aquatic, and I have several decks that have ocean energy, and I keep this particular set on my coffee table so that when I walk by I can just grab a card out whenever I'm feeling led to. So today I went through and grabbed a card, and it was quite interesting, the message that came out, because it is mirroring. Now, mirroring is interesting because just last night I watched the movie Doctor Strange. And in the movie, I'd seen it before, but I was led to watch it again. But in the movie, there is a place called the mirror dimension. And it is known to be a parallel dimension that mimics Earth's plane of existence. It is complete with the same surroundings and inhabitants, but its visual appearance is distorted like a fractured mirror. Accessible only by users of magic, sorcerers use the mirror dimension as a reconnaissance platform and teaching aid for magic practitioners, since it can be reshaped and manipulated freely without fear of adversely affecting the natural order of the world. Now, this is the entry from the fandom wiki about the Marvel comic universe and the mirror dimension, but it is very interesting, as you will see from the card guidance that came in, that the mirror is a useful place in order, it says, to, it has the same surroundings, the same inhabitants, and it's a safe place for learning freely without affecting the natural order of the world. So when we look at mirroring energy, then there is a lot to be said about what we see in our reflection in the world around us. So I am going to share from the guidebook here and add an additional layer to this conversation. This is the Dolphin Divination cards, and by Nancy Clemens. Awesome resource here. And so I'm going to share the guidance from the book as we continue the conversation. So let me go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. All right, so mirroring. What is the effect or situation or circumstance in our reality where we are mirroring in the current moment? A reflection looking back at ourselves, illusion, our reflection in a pool or a moon on water, seeing ourselves in someone else, seeing ourselves on our outer circumstances or our outer circumstances in another person's story or behavior, or in a movie, book, or experience. Love can be mirrored back to us. The darker side of ourselves can be mirrored back to us by our annoyance at other people's irritating or unsavory behavior. All right, so that's the introduction. So what can we see mirrored in our reality right now? What are we experiencing energetically with the situations that we are encountering on our daily journey? It continues. The mirror gives us an outer reflection of ourself, but that reflection is an illusion. What we see in the mirror is only the reflection of something that is real. We may have watched a kitten bat her paw at her reflection in the mirror. She thinks that it is real, but it is not. Watching dolphins provides a great example of mirroring. Two bonded dolphins will swim together, mirroring exactly each other's movement. This mirror-like synchronization is beautiful to watch. Mirroring shows us what we can't see. Sometimes other people's behaviors or life dramas are mirrors that show us an exaggerated version of our own dramas and behaviors in ways that we can't see. We are just too close to our own selves and don't have the perspective of distance. How many times have we said, he or she is a great mirror? We see ourselves in that person's words or behavior. They may have a quality that mirrors our own. It may be a blind spot or a matching sense of humor. It is difficult to see our own blockages, obstacles, and problems clearly because we all have our own blind spots that obscure the truth. We may have a vested interest in staying in denial about certain issues. If we were to acknowledge the truth, we might be forced into some frightening changes. Our blind spots are often revealed to us through the mirroring of others who show us what we may not be able to see in ourselves. This is especially true with the insidious habit of complaining. We may hate this in someone else. We may say, they're always whining and complaining. We may need to check ourselves for our own complaining. We may be so habituated that we're blind to it. It's a habit that very subtly blocks and diminishes our energy and lowers our vibration. It also acts as a wet blanket in a group of high-spirited, positive people. Charmin Haverly, a spiritual healer of horses and dolphins, says, complaining is boring. Let's do something creative about it. Helping us shift from a mindset of subtle, habitual negativity to one of positive creativity is one of the gifts the dolphins wish to give to us. When we learn to mimic or mirror the lifestyle of the dolphins, we will thank them for their gift of freedom, love, and joyful play. As we cultivate our sense of humor, we can let go of our resistance to seeing what's in our own mirror and laugh at the comedy reflected back to us through the play and drama of life. Like a mirror, we as humans are reflections of something else, something great and vast. We are souls or spirit embodied in physical form, coded and enculturated with genetics and habitual patterns. We are a microcosmic mirror of our own greater spirit, our mind, and the Creator. We are a spark of our Creator, and rotating through time and all the archetypal experiences in life, we have a chance to be everything and do everything. As we go, we learn and perfect ourselves. At some point in our rotation, we liberate ourselves from this wheel and we realize ourselves as self-perfected sparks of our Creator, all that is. We may feel like freeing ourselves from the confinement of our own body if we ever become very hurt or ill. If we leave our body temporarily due to severe pain, we may ascend into the mirror of our spirit body or illusory body. This mirrored spirit body is the part of us that is connected to the spiritual world. In these type of flights to spirit or near-death experiences, we may retrieve spiritual gifts and understanding and bring them back from the spirit world to be integrated into our life here on earth. The mirrored reflection of the moon on water can take us deep into a meditation that liberates our awareness into the vastness of the stars and the deep truths of spiritual realization. Now, this is so interesting because in the movie Doctor Strange, when the wise master is attempting to show him all the powers and abilities that he truly could begin to use, he was resistant to that because he was very much in his mind about science and this is not possible. And she basically bumps him in the chest and knocks his etheric body out of his physical body and into the astral realm, and pretty much blows his mind because he never thought that he could be outside of himself, observing himself. So, if we are able to step outside of ourselves, then we can truly see a different kind of reality than the one that we have come to be habituated to. When we open our eyes, our third eye, and realize that we are multidimensional soul beings, and every other person that we encounter is just a piece of us also out there experiencing our co-created reality, then that can shift our experience of that outside world to one that is more compassionate and more loving and more kind, because we will truly see ourselves reflected in every person and thing that we meet. One of my favorite songs is Lalah Hathaway's Mirror. And it's just a beautiful melody. I'm not going to play it because, you know, YouTube likes to shut down your video if you do a copyright infringement, but I will share the lyrics with you. And it says, sometimes you got to make the mirror your best friend. Maybe then you'll find some peace within. Stop hiding yourself. Stop hiding yourself. Love yourself when no one else can. I think that is so beautiful, because if you look into your mirror and love yourself, then when you see the world reflected around you, you will be better able to love the other people outside of you too. As we close, I'm just going to share, this is a beautiful little instrument that I got when I was in Mexico. It's a little dolphin flute, and I'm just going to play a couple little tones here from it. We'll see how this goes, just to send us off on a high note. Check the mirror and check your reflection. Use the power of that exercise to shift how you experience yourself and the world. Namaste.